Hello and welcome to That's the Point. As you might have surmised, we're here to discuss the world of construction positioning technology. My name is Corey Meyer, joined by my on-screen buddy, Jonathan Stickle. What's up, man?
Hey, glad to be here.
More than just an on-screen buddy. He's also a real-life buddy as well. So
Appreciate
just
that.
thought we'd qualify that. In this continuing series, we're going to continue our dive into Trimble GNSS receivers. And this one builds on our previous episode where we really went in depth about how to reset or factory reset your GNSS receiver. And today, we're going to focus on how to connect your receiver via a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, and you may ask, or a reasonable person may ask, why would we want to do this?
A reasonable person might ask that. And to be honest, we can tell you that most users don't need to do this step. But let's say you want to tweak your receiver's configuration or install an option code such as Trimble RTX.
Okay, and we're going to do that, let me guess, by connecting the receiver to a Wi-Fi device.
That's precisely what we're going to do. So we've addressed the why. So now let's talk about how we actually go about doing this. Before we get started though, we're going to need a few things.
Yeah, so we're going to need our GNSS receiver. We're going to need a battery. We're also going to need a device with Wi-Fi capabilities.
Right, so you could use a laptop, a Trimble tablet, whatever.
Yes.
We're also going to assume that you've upgraded your GNSS receiver to the latest firmware. And if you're not sure how to do that, you can check out the link below. We did a previous episode quite a while back where we walked through this process of updating GNSS receiver firmware. All right, now that we have everything that we need, we're just going to power on the receiver and wait for it to boot up. As you know in the previous video, so we've got that solid green battery icon. We've got a blinking Wi-Fi light. We're inside, so we're not going to see the GNSS blink at all. And as Jonathan goes through these next steps, I'll kind of walk us through it verbally. So with the receiver powered on, we're going to want to search through the list of available Wi-Fi networks on our connected device. So we'll find the one that says Trimble GNSS and then 4 digits. So yours will look like something similar, but the last 4 digits will be matching the serial number that you could find right here on the bottom of your GNSS receiver. So as Jonathan starts to do that, we're going to then find that network and we're going to try to connect to it. So when prompted, it will ask you for a default Wi-Fi password. Now, this password can vary based on the firmware version that is installed on your receiver, and we've also linked to that guide below to help you figure out what that default password is. But in our case, with the latest firmware installed, the default Wi-Fi password is going to be the entire serial number. So we're going to enter that here and click connect. So now we're connected, and we'll now need to log into the user interface. So it might be a pop-up that may have shown up on your Wi-Fi device, but if not, we'll need to open up a web browser for the next part. So it kind of depends on what your settings look like. So with your web browser now open, Trimble recommends Google Chrome for the record. We want to navigate to a website that we're going to put right here. It's a local site. It's just https and then :/192.168.142.1. We put that link down there. That's what it's going to be. So you may see a warning on your browser telling you the site is insecure, but we can bypass that message and just click advanced and telling it to connect regardless. So
right down here.
Yep, there you go.
Proceed, and we're in.
And from there, we see the login page and we can enter our username and password. Now, if you're unsure of your login information, the default settings are, and get ready for this, admin and password. So if these options don't work though, we're gonna need to perform that factory reset in the previous video to be able to reset that back. So it is then the default settings of admin and password like we would expect. In this case though, we're pretty sure that our default login is gonna work, and it's now gonna bring you to the ability to create a new password. So the new password will need to match some basic security settings, and we recommend you save this information for future reference. So Jonathan's creating a new password now, and his change, we'll then see that it'll say okay to initializing the security, and it'll take us to our basic settings page. So in our case, we're going to leave these as is. There's nothing you have to change here, and we're going to click save, and now we're logged in, and we can actually see the receiver interface. So now we have the ability to check out the configuration page, to see what firmware our device is running, or even install option codes, which we're going to do in the next episode. If you have any questions about this topic, or you need any help, or maybe this was something that support made you do, just feel free to reach out to your local Building Point representative. They're a fantastic resource for this kind of in-depth knowledge, but this will get you into your settings of your GNSS receiver via Wi-Fi. And always, as always, don't forget, smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest tips, tricks, and pointers. Jonathan, thanks for driving today. You didn't have to talk much.
No, glad to help though.
But we look the same. So
Yes,
it's kind of almost twinning today, so that's fun. But we have one more GNSS episode coming to talk about those option codes and how to install them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on That's the Point.